Greetings, true believers. It's your old pal Spider-Man. Good morning, cadre. Good morning, everybody out there watching me out on the lands of YouTube. We have going to be a fun shave today. This is going to be a stunt shave. So the next in the stunt shave series that we're doing on the Shaving Cadre. We have a new stunt every month. Sometimes it's actually kind of stunty, and sometimes it's just something a little bit different. This one is going to be a little bit more stunty. It's something that I've already done before, a long time ago on a farm far, far away. A few of us talked about this topic. A few of us did it. I did it on video, so there's already a video of me doing this out there. But it is a little bit challenging. And it's kind of a unique process. I don't know what I'm trying to say there. A unique idea, something to do. So, yeah, we're going to get right into it. So what this is what we have termed, at least in other places, a DEvette. So that is a cross between a DE, double edge razor, and a Shavette. So, what we are going to do is take a 3-piece razor and we are going to remove the base plate and reassemble it with just the razor blade and the top cap. No safety bar needed. So this could be called this would have been a safety razor with the safety bar or open comb, but that's what makes it a safety razor. So this could be an anti-safety razor, or maybe a dangerous razor. Dangerous Dawn. Maybe we can get Mr. Danger to crank up the danger level and try out the DE DEvette. So I will show you before I start shaving that you can see the markings on the blade to make sure that I haven't switched this out, that the base plate is still off. So in order to do this, I'm going to want a good soap. If you're going to try it out, use a good soap. Use one of your better soaps. Something that's going to be really slick, really protective. You don't want to chintz out on this. You want to use a good soap. So I'm using my CBL Dragon's Blood, which is one of my favorite soaps, best performing soaps of anything. Awesome scent. And in honor of today being Ken from Paladin's birthday, I'm going to be using my Paladin Ebonite Buck Rogers. So happy birthday, Ken. And happy birthday to anybody else out there watching who today might also be your birthday. Probably going to use way too much soap here, but I want to make sure it's good. So the CBL Dragon's Blood has the added hemp oil in it, which for me at least is one of the best soap bases I've ever used. It really makes my skin feel good when I'm done using it. CBL can take a lot of water. Probably did have a little bit too much water going into it. I like to build it up on my face, but I think we're at a good level. So, again, I've already done this shave on another video a ways back, probably a few years back, maybe 5 or 6 years. So it's been a while before I've done this, or it's been a while since I've done this. But it's really pretty easy. It's definitely going to test your technique. If you are a new wet shaver, do not do this. If you don't have a solid technique, do not do this. You really need to have a good technique, or you will absolutely cut yourself. And I may cut myself. I cut myself yesterday right here, so there's a possibility that this is going to reopen that cut. I'm not sure. But yeah, easily doable if you're careful. Just showing you the arrow so you can see that the blade is there. Didn't switch this out. It is indeed a razor with no base plate. So like I said, you just need to have a good technique. Obviously, you're going to want to ride the cap, at least to start, until you get the feel for the blade. But really, it's very similar to using a DEvette or a Shavette. The feel of the blade on your skin is very similar to the feel of using a DE style, a DE blade Shavette. I know a lot of people, when they start their foray into straight razors, will use a Shavette first, and many people gravitate towards the DE or half DE style Shavettes, like the Dovo or the Parker, mainly because they're inexpensive. You can get the Parkers pretty cheap. You can get knockoff Parkers for just a few bucks. You know, there's advertisements all over, like Facebook, for different shave systems, and one site will send you one of those free. Just pay shipping. All right, pass one done. Easiest of the passes with the grain. So I knew I wanted to do this one. I wanted to get the video done before I announced on the forum what the actual stunt shave was. Because I figured if I just described it, everybody would say I'm crazy. So I wanted to show you me doing it as I announced it, so you could see that there's really not much to it. One thing it's also going to test is your level of touch. You definitely want to have a light touch. You don't want to be pressing that blade into your skin. sure you can hear the blade cutting, but just to verify, you can still see the blade in there. So in order to do this, you will need a 3-piece, and most likely, you're going to need a vintage 3-piece. The first time I did this, I used a Gillette 7 o'clock razor, which is like a variation on the Gillette New. This time I'm using an old type. I think most of your vintage Gillettes are going to be able to do this. Thing you have to be careful about with modern razors, especially, is sometimes the handles aren't drilled enough or the posts are just too long and the handle excuse me, won't screw into the blade, because you need a handle that screws all the way to the top cap to hold that blade in. I tried it yesterday with my Razor Rock Mamba, I think, and the what else? The Rockwell 6S, and neither of those would tighten down enough to hold the blade in place. So that's the biggest thing, is you need to make sure that whatever you're using is going to secure that blade down, because otherwise you're going to end up with something like this, and obviously you can't do that. So the handle needs to screw in all the way and hold the blade tightly against the top cap. Like I said, as far as the feel of the shave goes, it feels almost exactly like using my Parker. So I've got this Parker here, which is has got a DE blade inside of it, and really it feels exactly like using this thing. Get it? Parker razor in my Spider-Man scales. Anyways, that's exactly what this feels like. So it's just a matter of holding the razor properly and having a light touch. Which, like I said, if you've got at least a couple years of wet shaving, you should have a solid enough technique to be able to do this. I don't remember if I said this or not. It was a point I meant to make at the beginning. Since I have done this before, when we started doing these stunt shaves, it is one of the things that I had intended on doing from the very beginning. Really wanted to get around to doing this shave and putting it out there as a stunt for anyone else to try. But I knew I was going to have to wait. I wanted to get a bunch more of the stunt shaves done, out of the way, kind of work up to this one. There is another one that we'll probably do in a couple of months. that could push this even further. That is a close shave. A little bit more touch up. And like all things, when you try something different or try something new, your skin's probably not gonna like it. It's just a different feeling, a different sensation, something that's different from normal. Happens when you go from using a DE to a single edge. Your skin just isn't used to that type of blade and that type of angle situation, and your skin can feel a little rough. So also, when you are done doing this, if you are willing to try, make sure you get some good post-shave. So I'm gonna be doing some double duty here. Witch hazel, I'm gonna follow up with some spike, which is one of the better healing aftershaves. Lots of good stuff going on in there. Also going to grab some SV, because I really like the moisturizing and feel of that aftershave. And the scent is pretty nice. And let that evaporate out a little bit. I'm going to put on a little bit of post-shave balm, Nivea Sensitive. Not a whole lot, just a little bit. There, we are good to go. Not a single cut. So it can be done, and I hope a few brave souls will join me on this. And we are definitely winding down in the up here in the ideas category for stunt shaves. I've got a couple more in mind. So if you've got any ideas of stunt shaves that we haven't done that you guys want to try out, put them in the thread and let me know about them. And that's a shave. I hope you guys join me. That was actually a really good, really close shave. Really happy with it. So I hope you guys try it out. That is the DEvette or DEvette or anti-safety razor. So we'll see you guys on the forums later.